Hey everyone, this is your video tutorial on how to add a class discussion to a course in Canvas. So this is the screen that you will see when you first log in, your dashboard, and you are going to want to select the course that you want to include a discussion in. I'm going to go ahead and build it in my sandbox. Then I am going to click over to modules here on the left hand side. That's where I'm going to build my discussion from. The next thing you have to do is decide which module you want to include your discussion in. I'm going to go ahead and include it in week 1. If you look all the way over to the right, you see the plus button. That's how you add anything to a module. I click the plus button and I get this new window. I'm going to change this window, or this drop-down menu, from assignment to discussion. And I am going to click new topic because I'm creating a new discussion for my class. I'm going to call the topic dogs or cats because that would spark a good discussion. And then you can choose whether or not you want to indent it. It all depends on how you are organizing your modules within your course, so it's totally up to you. Once you have designated a name and the fact that it's a new topic, you will go ahead and click Add Item. As always, anything that you create within a module is going to show up at the bottom of the module. So I have to scroll down and find it. Oh, and there is my dogs or cats discussion. I don't want it at the bottom of my module, so I am going to click and drag on this 8-dot icon and bring it to where I want it within the week. So I would like to do the discussion on Wednesday. So I drop it right in there in Wednesday. Now I need to edit it so that it actually has the correct directions for my students. So click on the title, and that will open up the discussion. Now again, I haven't edited anything, so it's empty. If you would like, you can, this is where you publish and unpublish. So again, don't publish until you are ready for students to access it. And then here's my edit button. And this is how I add things to the discussion, like the prompt that I want students to discuss. So here's the title. I've already created it, but you do have the option of editing it. And then here is that same rich content editor that you've used to build other things in your module. And just like those, you have plenty of options, including uploading or adding links, uploading images, including media, uploading documents, and then using those outside apps. If you have more questions about the rich content editor, you can watch the video describing how to use it. So, please discuss dogs versus cats. So in that box, you want to include very specific and clear directions on what you want students to do within that discussion. Those directions might include how many people you want them to respond to. So be very specific in what you're expecting of your students. If you scroll down, you have the option to post to all sections or just one group of students. It's however you're organizing your course. Most class discussions, if you want them to be full class, you're going to post it to all sections. You can also attach a file if you would like. This can be a file that you are uploading from your computer. So if you want them to discuss maybe, an image that you have saved or something like that, you can upload it. And then you have some options for your discussion. If you allow threaded replies, meaning students can reply to each other, you would want to click this button here. You can have students requiring to post before they can see other people's posts. This is really helpful. If maybe you want students to discuss their reaction to the end of a story, and you know that the kid that's going to wait until the last minute maybe didn't read the story and will just read people's answers and try and come up with his own answer. This makes the student actually post before they can read anybody else's response. So it's really kind of a clever way to assess if they did the work or not. You can enable a podcast feed. You can add the option to grade the assignment. You'll notice since I clicked that box, a whole bunch of grading options popped up. I'll go over that in a second. And you can allow students to like each other's posts. So because I clicked the box for graded, I have some things I have to decide. If you want to make it a group discussion, meaning you are selecting specific students to discuss with each other, you can click this box. In order for this to work, you would have had to already create groups of students, and I have a video showing you how to do that. Points possible. So if I want it graded, I have to say how many points I want it to be out of, how to display the grade, syncing to SIS if I want the grade to transfer into Infinite Campus or not. The assignment group, I'd like it to go to discussion, so I click discussions. Peer review, again, if you want it to require peer review before it's graded, you can do that. And then who you want to assign the discussion to. So everyone, specific students, that's totally up to you. You can change the due date, and you can also change when it's available to students. Once you are happy with it, you can either click save or publish, save and publish, or just save. So here's my discussion. I want my students to discuss dog versus cats. There are some tools here that I want you to be aware of. You have a search bar, so you can actually search for specific terms, or you can search for maybe the name of a student to make sure that they participated. If you have a lot of students, this search bar becomes really handy. You can filter it by only looking at the posts that you have not read yet. You can use this little eye to show any deleted replies. So if a student wrote something, deleted it, and then added something else, you can see what they deleted. And then you can either collapse or expand the replies if students are replying back and forth to each other. This just makes it easier to scroll. Now this button over here, the subscribe button, because it is green, that means I have subscribed to it. That means I will be notified every time a student makes a new comment. If I don't want to get those notifications, I can click the button again. It goes to gray, and that means I am no longer getting those notifications. So that's, again, total personal preference. This is pretty much all there is to know about adding a discussion, and if you have questions, I'm here to help.